what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
What? That's right, y'all. It's hump day. Man, I tell you what, the terrible Tuesday is over. Man, I'm so glad. Ding dong, the Tuesday's dead. Tuesday's dead. It's very, very dead. So glad. Wednesday's different. Got a little munchkin here this morning. Is going to say hello. Oh, God. Say hello. Say happy hump day. What? Got a crazy show for you guys today. You know, I rewatched the Reload yesterday. And at the end, I was like, man, that was a heavy episode. That was kind of serious. But it was good for Tuesday. So have a great day. I love you. Love you too, sweetie. Family, man, that's what it's all about. But so I was like, today I was like, I just want to have fun. I just want to hang out with y'all and just have some laughs and talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about people in this country who want to be controlled. This is a shout out to OFC Nation who left a comment yesterday. Brother, I appreciate you. Always look forward to your comments because they make me think. Not just you, all of you guys. If you leave a comment, don't think I don't read it. Just because I don't comment back or anything. Sometimes, you know, I'm on the road. When I stop, I'll read a comment, and if I have time, I'll drop something down. But all your comments make me think. And OFC, man, you brought that up yesterday. You said that the problem is half the country wants to be controlled. They want to be told what to do. And it made me think. I was like, do they? Is he right about that? And I think to some extent you are right. You know, we're going to look at some of that today. Tribe's comment this morning made me think. What's up, brother? What's going on, man? I had a psych doctor tell me when I was a teen that most people like to be told what to do. It makes them feel cared for. But she did say I was one of the few who did not. Freedom! That's right. That's what I'm talking about. And I think you guys are right. I think your psychologist is right. I think OSC was right. Some people want to be controlled. There are those people Ben Franklin talked about when he said some people would prefer to give up their liberty for security, for safety, you know. But I also think he was right when he said that they will get neither and they deserve neither, you know. Anyway, we'll get into it, man. Sage News, what's up, brother? Man, I hope you guys caught the live stream with Sage and Will and the Jeff and the other gentleman from On the Ground, man. I got the notification and I went to watch it. I was like, oh yeah, I've been waiting on this. And when I got there, it was like the last 5 minutes. So YouTube screwed me on the notification, had to go back and rewatch. If you guys missed it, man, go check it out. It was a great stream. You'll enjoy it. Jerry, what's up, brother? Good morning. Big Red in the house this morning. What's up, man? Yeah. Someone there with Woo Flu on my doorstep. Uh-oh, brother. Hope you recovering well, man. Yes, Omicron, man, it's going around. We're all going to be touched by COVID, you know. Remember that show, Touched by an Angel? We're all going to be touched by Omicron. Dusty Data in the house. What's up, my brother? Man, Dusty, that was a cool little skit that you dropped yesterday morning, bro. I just want you to know that. You're on top of things over there. Val, good morning. Firefly, good morning. Big Mama Steph, it's hump day. AJ, prepping for life, man. What's up? AJ and Heartland had a great stream last night. If you guys aren't subbed up to Prepping for Life and Heartland Survival, you guys need to check them out. These are hardcore real dudes. They're out there doing the things every day. But they have a show on Tuesday nights where they take something from history, like a real event that happened where someone had to survive, you know, a serious scenario or situation, and they break it down and they go through it. Last night they went through the riots in New York, and I think it was 1863, where they instituted the draft right before the Civil War. I never really looked at someone analyze it that way. It was a great show last night. You guys need to go back and watch it and check it out. You won't be disappointed. Stars Prepper, what's going on? Ohio, good morning. Tammy, good morning. Tiger, what's up, sis? Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate all the moderators who come in here on the Morning Reload, man. I was, like I said, I rewatched yesterday and I was all up in the chat. It was all about the chat last night. I do want to say, we the people prepping, man. I hope you're here this morning. I saw in chat that you lost your brother to COVID. I didn't see that yesterday, man. You know, God bless your family. Our condolences, man. R.I.P. And also, Ricky, thanks for noticing all the freaking gray in my beard. Appreciate it. Appreciate you calling me out, man. Well, I turned 40 and you got to notice my gray. Excuse me. Anyway, we'll get into it, guys. Prepping man, it's good morning. Jeep, what's up, brother? Mojo man, I see you, man. I just want you to know that I see you. I don't know if anybody else in the chat does, but I got you. Hillbilly Homesteader, what's going on up there, brother? Way up there in the far northlands of Connecticut. Roots, Rocks, and Feathers, good morning, good morning. Watching Integrative Preparedness' video about Ruby Ridge incident. Huh. I don't think I've heard of Integrative Preparedness, but the Ruby Ridge incident, definitely heard about that. I bet that's a good one. Sherry, good morning. All right, guys, so we'll get into it. Candle, good morning, sis. What's going on? Big Chap in the house. Ghetto in the house. What's going on, man? Keith, what's going on with you? Southern Fried Prepper, what's up, my brother? Finding Keno. M.I. Faith, good morning. Julie, good morning, good morning. Good to see you. Tuesday was beyond terrible. I believe it, man. Good gracious. So crazy day yesterday. Yard Dog, Lisa, good morning, sis. Lane, good morning, good morning. Dakota, good morning. Tom, good morning. Tom, you had some good comments in the chat last night, or in yesterday's reload, man. Just want y'all to know, man, I'll be going back and checking and see what y'all saying. All right, so anyway, going to get into it. Yesterday we were talking about Joe Biden calling Peter Doocy an SOB and all that stuff. And yesterday I was watching all the different reactions from different news outlets and just seeing what people are saying about it. I was waiting for the mainstream media to make a comment about it and defend him. And of course, they finally started coming out and saying things and saying this is nothing like Trump. Not at all. It's not the same situation at all. This is Joe freaking Biden, man. It's the savior of our country. So anyway, I was thinking about it, and you know what that was to me, that slip? I don't really think there's that much difference in the personalities of Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I think they're both rough men, rough around the edges, who say what they speak. That was Joe Biden. Joe Biden calling Peter Doocy an SOB. That was the true Joe Biden. It was good to see him. This morning, before we get into the people who want to be controlled, I do want to go and check in with Brandon this morning, and there's a little clip we got of Joe Biden doing this, being himself and getting mad at reporters. Joe Biden don't like to be questioned. He wants you to shut up and do what you told. That's why he likes the voters who like to be controlled, right? So anyway, without further ado, I just want to go back and look at many times he snapped at reporters.
And you ain't black. You lying dog-faced pony soldier. Come on, man. I got hairy legs. Go, you know the thing. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. What? Ask the right questions. What a stupid son of a bitch. Come on, man. That's like saying you, before you got in this program, if you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not, what do you think, huh? Are you a junkie? What do you say? Go back and read what I said. Why? You're getting nervous, man. That is an interesting reading of English. I assume you got in the journalism because you like to write. I want to talk about happy things, man. What the hell? What do you do all the time? So when did I say I was confident? I said what I said was. Let's get it straight.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect.
Well, that's not true. You're saying things you do not know what you're talking about. No one said that. Who said that?
Who said that?
I know you'd ask it. I have no response. It's another smear campaign. Right up your alley. Those are questions you always ask.
You don't understand that. You're in the wrong business.
Can I ask you a quick question on Israel before you drive
No,
away?
you can't. Not unless you get in front of the car as I step on it. She's going to ask an obnoxious questions.
Don't screw around with me. Let's get it straight.
You think he's a rape reference?
No, listen to me.
I'm listening. Why are you the other guy that always shouts out questions?
So don't poke that in my face, okay, buddy?
Okay, buddy? Won't you do it? I meant to put the one in there too, to where he's talking to the guy, and and he's like, "Look, Fats," and calls the guy Fats, something like that. That was the real Joe Biden, guys. That's who he is. He don't like to be questioned. He don't like to be called out on all the freaking lies and stuff he tells. The dude is a pathological liar. He's always stealing stuff and speeches from people. That's just what he does. That's who he is, So, it wasn't even so bad that he called Ducey an SOB, because I think President Trump called a reporter an SOB twice. Once while he was running for president, and then once again when he was president. And of course, it was the end of the world then when he did it. But it's okay when Joe does it, man. And we're going to look at some people taking up for him here in a little bit. But I want to get in this thing about people who like to be controlled. I think OFC is correct. I don't think it's half the country, though. I really don't. I think the majority of people in the United States of America right now feel the way we do. They want their freedom. They want to be free. They're tired of being lied to. And I think more and more wake up every day. So I don't think it's a lost cause to try to wake people up and get them to see this. But I do believe that there are people who do want to be controlled. They do want to trade their liberties for that security, for that safety. And there are also those who want to be the controllers. They want to be the ones pulling the strings too. They know all of their stuff, all their propaganda. They know it's not real, but they think they can be at the ones who are pulling the strings, the ones who are at the top, all the elitists of the world. Anyway, I got a clip. This is from earlier this week of the governor of New York, the interim governor. She's talking about, the lockdowns and mask mandates and stuff for the New York schools. And anyway, I don't care what she says. She's one of those who wants to be the controller. She knows what she's saying BS, but she wants to be one of those who's pulling the strings. Now, I just want you to watch her. She looks like Nosferatu with the wig on. Watch her when she talks, man. She's not real. She's plastic, and what she knows what she's saying is BS. And when she talks, she looks like she's trying to hide a mouth full of just super long, sharp, vampiric teeth. Watch her.
I know people are tired, but I'll say one thing about the kids. My daughter had a meltdown over having to put sneakers on to go to kindergarten. She got used to wearing sneakers in school. I mean, they adapt better than adults do. And I'm really proud of the parents who made sure that their kids understood this is for their safety and got it done. But we're looking forward to the day we can lift the school as well as the business requirements. We truly am. That'll be a very fabulous day.
I don't understand these blue states or the people that live there. Don't you see, right, your other states? My kids have been in school for 2 years. I mean, normal school, not remote learning, no mask mandates, and it's been fine. All right, no one in the school has died. Have people gotten COVID? Of course. I mean, it's going around, man. Everybody's getting Omicron. But I tell you what, the more and more people that get it, they get that natural inoculation. I'm not a doctor. Talk to your physician, whatever, you two, get off my back. But I don't understand, like in New York, why they're not just like having raging protests and riots about this stuff, saying, look, at all the other schools in the country, millions of kids have been in school for 2 years. So I don't get it. But yeah, didn't she look like Nosferatu with a wig on, man? I mean, these people, they look miserable and hateful and just evil. Like none of them look happy, really. They all know that they're a part of a tyrannical system. But yeah, so she's one of the controllers, And then you got people like all those dudes on The View. I like the way Brandon Tatum calls it. He calls it the rear view, so because they're behind us. They're behind the times. So we're gonna watch something that Whoopi was talking about. She's talking about Bill Maher. You guys know Bill Maher. He's like a classic liberal, but in the beginning he was all against Trump and he's all about putting Biden in office stuff, but now he's realizing his mistake, and so he came out and said about talking about the pandemic. He's like, he's sick of it, it's over, it's time to move on, and Whoopi is snapping back at him. One of these dudes on The View.
Nobody on the planet really wants to go through this. This is not something we're doing because it's, sexually gratifying. This is what we're doing to protect our families. And you don't have to do it, but stay away from everybody. Because if you're the one who's not paying attention and you're coughing and sneezing, you don't want to, then stay out of the public, man. This is not, nobody wants this. I don't want it. And I think he's forgetting that people are still at risk who cannot get vaccinated. People who can't get little kids under the age of 5. Or people with health conditions. How dare you be so flippant, man?
I don't know about y'all, but about halfway through that, all I saw was would be scary, man. Would be scaring me sometimes, and that's what comes to my mind. But she's full of it, you know. Bill Maher is right to say what he said. People like Barry Weiss, the former reporter for the New York Times, who left because she was tired of the lies and the propaganda, and now she's being attacked about it. She had that interview, and people been attacking her about what she said. And all of this is coming on the heels of that. All the rear view, man, that is straight propaganda. Those ladies are not in touch with anything that's going on the ground with real people in the country. And I think the only ones who would listen to them and take advice from them are those that OFC was talking about. You know, those that Tri was talking about in the chat just now, those people who want to be controlled because it makes them feel safe. You know, government comes along and say, trust us, take all these vaccines and boosters, wear your mask, keep your kids out of school, you know, and do what we say and you'll be safe. And I think some people want to believe that. You know, it's scary, though, that there's so much evidence to the contrary constantly over and over and over. And people still don't want to believe it, man. But me, I just want to be free. Mad Shav, what's up, brother? Chilling today. Tell you what, man, I know, man. Google Mods need to leave us alone. We just in here chilling. This is the best chat on YouTube, man. The Morning Reload chat. You folks who come in here, this is the best group of people on YouTube. Like, I'm not even kidding. I get up in the morning for y'all. Y'all have no idea how excited I am in the mornings to hang out with you guys. Anyway, GTP, what's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. All right, we'll continue on. So anyway, and the whole view, they did the whole round table thing, and they were talking about this lady. I don't even know her name. It's the blonde girl in the rear view, but she was talking about, she was comparing what we're going through now to a 9/11 again. They always invoke 9/11 and talk about how things changed after 9/11 and with the security at the airports and all that stuff, and how we just became used to it. Well, we didn't have a choice. We had to, because we federalized security at the airports, created the TSA so we could have theater to make ourselves feel safe. We're safe now, guys. TSA's here. They're checking our shoes for bombs. We're good. We're covered, right? They're making sure we're not carrying on, it was over 7 ounces of liquid. Who came up with that number? Could you not make a liquid bomb with 7 ounces that would still take out a plane? It's an aluminum tube in the sky. I mean, I don't understand where they got the amount of liquid. Like shampoo, man. Can I just bring my big bottle of shampoo? Anyway, here she is. I think she wants to be controlled. I think she doesn't even want to be a controller. She just wants to be controlled.
I think there's a prudence we've learned with the mask, the hand sanitizing, that kind of like 9/11 with flying is always going to be here now. There's a new normal. In the beginning, when at post 9/11, people didn't want to fly, and the security measures felt like, how do we do this, you know? And now it's the norm. I think some of the things we've learned in this pandemic are going to stay the same. I may never ride a subway again without a mask. I may never go indoors to big crowds and ever feel comfortable without a mask, and that's up to me to do that.
You know what? It is up to you to do that. And it's up to us not to do it if we don't want to. That's all we've ever said. You know, the difference in our way of thinking and their way of thinking. In our way of thinking, we're just saying, let people be adults and make their own decisions and live free. Okay, give me the information, the real, true, factual information. Show it to me. Show me the real science on what's going on, the real data that's been collected over the past 2 years of this pandemic, and let me make my own decisions. Okay. And then you make the difference is that's not what you want. You don't want me to make my own decision. You want me to shut up and do what I'm told. That's a big difference in those ideologies, you know. But anyway, Georgia girl for life. New daily watcher. Glad to have you, sis. You enhance and make the experience better because you're here. Roots, me either, man. I hate flying. I mean, I flew a couple of times after 9/11. But I do not like flying. And at this point, I probably won't fly anymore. You know, I'd probably get kicked off and banned anyway because I wouldn't wear a mask on the plane. All slander. Good morning, brother. Good or good afternoon, good evening to you, sir. Good to see you, man. How's things going on down under? So anyway, yeah. So that was her. Now, you know, the View has been trying to find a conservative voice because they try to pretend that they are not partisan, that they have ideals from other, but they really don't. Okay, so most of the people they get on there to be conservative are not conservative at all. They're not really a conservative voice. But again, controlled opposition. This is what the propaganda machine does. But anyway, they've been having all kinds of like guests on and stuff. They had Lucy Liu on. If you guys remember her, she's an actress. I actually hadn't seen her in a while. That freaking cough again. But she last thing I saw her in was like what, Charlie's Angels or Kill Bill. I haven't seen Lucy Liu in anything in a long time. Not Lucy Liu. Not Lucy Liu. I'm not talking about Lucy Liu. It's not her. It's the other, the reporter, the journalist lady. I can't remember her name. I always call her Lucy Liu because she looks like Lucy Liu. But you guys probably know what her name is. But anyway, they had her on, and she was trying to make a point about what Biden said, and said he shouldn't be doing this, and we should hold him to the same standard we held Donald Trump to. And the entire round table of the View was just getting all in her junk about it, man.
He should apologize to the American people.
No, I don't think he should apologize to the American people.
Why did Trump apologize?
No, but
for calling Kim Acosta a rude, terrible person.
No,
Abby Phillips' questions are stupid.
I just think he should acknowledge that he was a poor example for.
Well, but no, I'm sorry. Yeah. He should acknowledge he's human. Sometimes you just lose it for a second. He said, okay, let me call him and apologize because that happens.
It's nothing compared to what Trump said or did.
I agree with you, but we can't keep comparing him.
Yes, you can.
There are stupid questions, but he was asking about inflation, which is a real issue.
Orange man bad.
Orange man bad.
Orange man.
Orange man.
Sometimes you just lose it.
Lisa Ling is her name. She's a journalist. I hadn't seen her in a while. She does a lot of good documentary stuff. She did a documentary on North Korea about 10 years ago where she was actually in North Korea under the guise of being with a doctor who was doing free cataract surgery. It was really good. Really, really good look at what's going on inside North Korea. But anyway, yeah, but see how she was attacked, man? They got to keep, she was going against the narrative. Joe Biden doesn't do anything wrong. How dare you compare him to Trump? Orange man bad, right? And you know what? It wasn't just the whoopee predator here. This was back when you guys remember when Sergeant Murtaugh was on the predator ship and he thought there was just one. This is what happened to Lisa Ling. Orange man bad. How dare you go against our narrative? So anyway, but these are the ones who want to either be controlled or the ones who want to do the controlling. And here's my thing though. So if we know this about people, if we know there's people out there who just want to be controlled, who just want to feel safe, they're willing to give up whatever, are they just a total lost in? Should we not waste our time on them? Not even trying, because I do believe there's people out there we can reach, and I believe there are people waking up every day. We see it, even people in the media. Like I was just talking about Bill Maher, you know, he's been an outspoken liberal voice on all this crap, but he's starting to come around. So anyway, that's why I'm on here. That's why I do what I do, man. I'm just trying to reach people and say, wake up, stand in line, get over here with us on our side of the line, and let's push back and fight back. You know, let's fight for our ideals. Let's fight for our freedom, fight for our liberties and stuff like that. But anyway, have you guys seen the commercial that Tom Hanks did for Biden to let everyone know that we've had a great year thanks to Joe Biden? I can't believe Joe Biden is so bad at messaging. But that's what they think the problem is. They think they have a communication problem, that they can't communicate to the American people how great things are going. Yesterday, I showed you guys the panel where they went around and asked, are we better off this year? And everybody's like, nope. Well, they think the problem is messaging. So, you know, Joe put in a call to his old buddy, Woody, you know, because you got a friend in me, man. He's like, I need you to get up in here. But it's a little, just watch this little piece of propaganda from old Tom Hanks.
If only we're brave enough. Brave enough to live through two of the most difficult years many of us can remember. Brave enough to pull ourselves up again and again. America is the home of the brave. It's why we keep getting up, no matter how many times we get knocked down. Like with our economy. It isn't all the way back, but it's getting stronger as we're creating more jobs at a record rate. We are brave. Brave enough to see the light and be the light we need to rebuild this country. We're strong. We are courageous. We are resilient. We are America, land of the brave.
We've faced so much this year. Well, we've done what America always has done. We've gotten up. We've gotten up. And I've long said it's never been a good bet to bet against America. And that's more true today than ever. I've never been more optimistic about America's future. There's nothing beyond our capacity if we do it together.
Oh, Woody. Got a friend in Joe. Man, screw Tom Hanks, man. The dude is a sellout shill. There's so many rumors. He was on that list that came out. Remember the list of people of interest in the Ghislaine trial? Him and his wife were on there. And I don't know if you guys have seen the Ricky Gervais, the last time he spoke at the Oscars, and he brought the whole Epstein thing up. And he's like, I don't care. He's like, it's your friend. It's your friend. And they showed Tom Hanks' face. You know, yeah, Tom, exactly. We know who you are, dude. Fake old thing. But anyway, the people who want to be free and stand up, and it's not just Americans, man. The beautiful thing is there are people all over this freaking world. And that's why yesterday, when I was talking about World War III, it's going to be the suppression of free people all over the world from the global governments. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be what we think it is. People are rising up. I'm going to show you guys some clips from around the world of people protesting. And I'm going to start with the Walk for Life, which was in DC a few days ago. And it's an elapsed time, man. And these are people, you know, who come together and march. They're pro-lifers, you know, and they're just sharing their point of view because, you know, they're tired of the mass genocide of human beings on this planet. But anyway, watch the elapsed time, man. It's a beautiful thing. All these people who are marching for positivity, who are marching for unity, and just for life. Check it out. Wasn't that cool, man? All those people just flowing in, marching for life. You know what's sad is that the mainstream media always downplays the Walk for Life. And they're like, oh, there's a couple thousand people here. And there'll be 500,000 people there, man. You know, they totally try to downplay it. They got to push their dark, disgusting narrative. They want babies to be ripped from the womb and murdered. That's what they want. And anyone marching against it are branded all kinds of terrible things, you know, and all they want is for you to give humanity a chance. Quit killing the babies, man. All right, so anyway, now yesterday I showed you Australia, power to the people. This is in London. I think this is 2 days ago.
Oh,
73,000 people are facing being fired over this mandate. We're not the only ones who don't like to be told what to do. People in London as well. This is Sweden. Bunch of freaking Vikings, man. You better not mess with those Swedes. These are our brothers to the north, Canada. We know what's going on up there with the truckers, the way they're banding together up there, guys. You Canadians are an inspiration for freedom. Funded from online donations. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's why what we're doing right now is so important. We're building a coalition of people, man, of freedom, liberty loving people. And when World War III comes, we're going to need each other. The world, the free people in this world, we need to band together, stick together against these globalists who are trying to push us into the Great Reset. Because if they get what they want, it's total slavery for all the working people. There's going to be two classes, the ruling elites and the peon workers. All right. This is Austria, not Australia, Austria.
Das kann ich ganz gut brauchen, weil nächste Woche wird es im Parlament heiß hergehen. Da gibt es einen richtigen Tanz, das kann ich euch versprechen. Und ich kann dem...
They find in Austria, the first country to mandate every adult must be vaccinated if you have to. Medical mandates, man. That's scary stuff. Over here in America, you know, we have a Supreme Court, and our leader tried to do the same thing they did in these countries. You know, we still have some checks and balances that kind of work still. So, but he was still able to go and tell companies, you know, ignore the Supreme Court. Psh, they're not important. Mandate people anyway, you know. And so while we're over here protesting other things, there's real protests going on in these countries around the world who don't actually enjoy many of the freedoms that we do, like the Second Amendment. Whatnot, but man, freedom loving people are standing up. So I still believe the vast majority of people are minded as we are. I've always said this: the principles that are in our Declaration of Independence are not just for Americans. You know, the Declaration of Independence is not our Constitution, but it is an important document because I believe it showcases our human rights. You know, the part that says this, and this is a paraphrase. We believe it to be undeniably true that all men are created equal and are given certain inalienable rights. It can't be taken away, and that's life, liberty, you know, and the pursuit of happiness. I think those rights are for all men all over the world, not just us, because they're God-given rights. They're not given by America. They're not given by our Constitution. You're born with those rights, and that goes to everyone in the freaking world, man. Gotta love freedom. Anyway, guys, that's I just wanted to end on something positive, man, to show all those people around the world, man, we stand with you over here. You know, God bless y'all, man. Y'all are fighting the good fight. Y'all hang in there. We're together. Anyway, I thank you guys for hanging out today, man. It's gonna be a great Wednesday. It's hump day. Let's get out there and do these things. Hope you guys had a good reload. Hope you got your caffeine. Hope you got your salt, your vitriol, your truth. Let's go out in the world, man, and let's stand up and be heard. Let your voices and my voices be heard. Share the morning reload with people, man. We need to get 1 million people in this chat in the mornings. You know, we really need to grow this thing. And I meant to mention this in the beginning. What I'd like to start doing, if you guys have channels, if you're creators, I would like to start showcasing in the beginning of every morning reload, just for like a minute, show clips from other people, man. So if you guys want to, you know, I know I'm not a huge channel, I'm a small channel myself, but if I can share a clip from your channel and get you in front of a few hundred people every morning, you know, why not? Let's do it, man. It'll make the morning reload a better show, you know, and help you guys grow. People did it for me. People helped me grow to the point that I am now. So if you're a creator and you want to make a clip that's a minute, no more than a minute and a half, I'll clip it and put it in here, man, and showcase you in the mornings. If you already have clips, just let me know. Just hit me a link in the comments or send me an email. I want to start doing that. You guys help me make the morning reload better. Help the morning reload to become not just my show, but our show. All right. Also, I've got some homework for y'all. My camel clip, my hump day clip. I wanna revise it and make it a little better. So I want to do, if you guys have funny camel clips or anything, I've been looking for some good ones to go with it. I want to take the sound from ours and put it to some new video. If you guys have suggestions, again, hit me up with some links, man. Send me to it. I want to try to make the show better. But I hope you guys have a good day, man. Let's get out there and go out to the culture. Let's change the culture and be prepared. I hope y'all have a great day. Peace out.
So, sayonara, sucker.
What? Y'all still here? Show's over. What are you doing? Go to work. Seriously, what are y'all doing? All right, 10 more minutes. Just for y'all sneaky ones who stayed behind. Try it, man. You want to chill with me?
Chill. What up?
What's going on, brother?
What up? What up? What up?
Little secret for y'all. Little secret for y'all.
Gia.
Man, what's been up
gotta
with you,
stick
man?
around.
I ain't chilled with you on a live forever, man.
Man, I've been chilling, man. Dealing with life, man. Dealing with life. Doing what I got to do.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Doing the things.
Yeah, man. You know it. Some serious shit going down, man. Gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying? For
real, man. I tell you, and it's so easy to get depressed, man, for what's going on in the world. You know.
Yeah.
What's up, Julie? Julie says she'll take every second.
People got to stick around to the end. Stick around to the end. There might be more surprises from the morning reload. You never know.
Exactly. You never know what Native's going to pull out of the hat.
Right. So what's been up, man? You worried about all the stuff that's going on, man, with this whole Ukraine thing and shit?
Not really. I mean, I don't care what happens in Ukraine, man. I mean, we ain't even worried about our own borders. Why do we care about Ukraine's? I mean, what's going to happen? Even if Russia full bore, the whole military goes into Ukraine, how's that going to affect us?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I worry about, the supply chain and the food and shit like that, man, and the gas prices and you know what I'm saying? Like and you never know how far it could go. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, I don't think we've ever been this close to World War III. Not even back when, Reagan and the Russian Cold War and all that, man. I think we're closer now to, the activity coming out of China and Russia. And I hate to blow the morning, man, and start talking about this shit.
Do it, man.
You know what I'm saying? But I really look at it and I'm like, man, we are close, man. I mean, these motherfuckers. I watched Black Scout Survival. He said somebody close to the president said that Americans are safer in Kyiv, Ukraine, than they would be if they came back and was in LA or any major city in the US. What?
That's crazy, though. Think about what he's saying, man. Ukraine's about to get invaded by Russia, and you're safer there than in one of our cities.
Yeah, than LA.
LA is freaking. Did you ever see that movie Escape from LA with Kurt Russell? You ever seen that movie?
Yeah. Yep.
That's LA now, man. I can't believe people still live there.
Right. It's like Demolition Man before they went futuristic. It's just, it's wild, man. It's wild.
Crazy.
But I'm seriously like, in the past 2 weeks, man, I've seriously been like writing down preps. Even though I've been prepping forever, man, like now it's done kicked into high gear again. What am I missing? What am I thinking, man? What, you know what I mean? What could this lead to? I mean, because, it could start off in Ukraine and then China do something in Taiwan. And we got a bunch of idiots in the government, man, that you just don't know, man. You just don't know. And then something happens here and all hell. Then you got to worry about the borders down south. Once war pops off, then the cartels will be making their moves. People in Texas and Louisiana, they better watch their ass, man, because it ain't just countries that we got to worry about. We got to worry about these cartels and people. You know what I'm saying? It's wild, man.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Now, I do think China's going to definitely go into Taiwan as soon as Russia goes into Ukraine. And then what's Biden going to do? What's Biden going to do, man? He ain't going to stop nobody from doing nothing. He's already shown us that.
Yeah. And we always talk about that, they won't use nukes this, they won't use nukes that. If it comes down to where we're in a war with China and Russia, man, World War III ain't no joke. People think it's just going to be another Vietnam. We just going to have some people over in a little country. No, this is a whole different animal, man. This is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
And we're close.
I mean, you're right. I mean, we haven't seen like a war with America against an other military that is comparable to our military. look at China has tech missiles that we don't have, and we don't have a way to countermand their missiles. That's some scary stuff, man. You know, they could shoot missiles at us that are hypersonic, and we can't stop them. We don't even have equipment to accurately track their missiles.
Right.
There could be one coming right now. We wouldn't even know.
You know what worries me too, man, is that we don't hate them the way that they hate us. We don't hate Russia. They haven't beat us up. We don't hate China. They haven't beat us up. Like these motherfuckers hate us. You know what I'm saying? That's something that it's weird, man.
Absolutely. You're right. I haven't thought of it from that aspect. And I was watching something about Ukraine yesterday. Half their populations are Russian. Like they speak Russian. They see themselves as Russian. So I don't even think Ukraine really, like, they don't care if Russia's, like, half of the population wants Russia to come in. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's freaking out. Oh, they're crossing the borders of Ukraine. Well, maybe Ukraine wants them there. I mean, I just don't want our young men and women over there getting hurt, man, over this crap.
Yeah, over some bullshit.
Yeah.
I think it's got to do with powers and money, man. Like everybody's talking like, and I'm not saying people are wrong. I'm just saying when people talk about, you know, well, Putin wants the Soviet Union back. You know, he just wants his land back. And it's more than that, man. It's more than that. They want power over oil pipelines that feed Germany. They want, you know, the power of money. I was talking to Just Josh on the phone, man. He was telling me something about how other countries were about to go or could go in with Russia to use a whole different monetary system with their oils and shit where they won't even need us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold on.
So it's a power grab, man. It's a power grab, and it's a serious power grab. It ain't something small, man. Like China and Russia are making moves to be number one.
Yeah, absolutely. If they can make their move while Biden's president and dethrone America as the number one superpower, they're going to do it. I think that's the plan. They got to take us out. They got to take us off the top, you know?
And that's the scariest thing, man. That's the scariest thing to me is Biden and these people that are in office now. There's no backbone to them. They're not tough. We don't have any tough son of a bitch that's going to stand up to people and shit, man. It's like there's just a bunch of weak, rich people who are just walking around acting like they own everything when they have no mind for this. I don't think Biden or Kamala or Pelosi or Schumer or none of these people know how to deal with war. They're not CIA. You know, we had people in the past that, like, you had George Bush Sr. He was a cruddy ass dude. He was involved in overseas shit. You know, even if it was cruddy and cocaine and all this other shit, he was still involved with countries and shit. You know what I mean? These people now, they don't have no muscle, man. We look weak. We are weak. I don't know what's
especially our president, when they see him give speeches or go and poop in front of the Pope, you know, or have a moment when he's in France and gets lost in a cafe and they have to lead him off by the hand. They're like, we're a laughing stock right now.
I mean, if you was Russia or China right now, there's no way I wouldn't make a move. There's no way I wouldn't make a move. Stand up to Biden and the Biden regime. Come on, man. Piece of cake.
Yeah. You know,
it's scary.
Like with the World War III thing, man. Like, I think this is when I think it's going to be World War I. When there's actual war on U.S. soil, to me, is okay. This is World War III, because World War III is going to be fighting on all fronts. That's what I think it's going to be. You know, I know people get scared when Russia and China and stuff are going to war, but if it's not in our country, I mean, it's not. You know, it's not total war yet.
Yeah, I think it's going to hit our food and gas and shit like. You know, we're already seeing inflation, and we're going to see even more next month. You know, hearing from different channels that sell shit like Canadian Prepper and whatnot, saying that it's going to go up 10 to 30%, shit like that. But if the war pops off, the stock market's being fucked with right now anyway.
Yeah,
you're gonna have even more supply it's gonna be mayhem, man. It's gonna be mayhem just on our everyday lives as far as going, and it already is. Man, I got a friend that works up at the local Giant Food. They're putting out pamphlets in the back to the employees to teach them how to lie to the customers when the customers ask why there's shortages.
Damn, really?
And I got sent the paper. I'll email you the picture of it. Took a picture of it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, propaganda, man. Propaganda. It's hitting our supply chain. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, and we talked about it. We talked about it when we first started really thinking about it and shit, and like, inflation, we're gonna have shortages and shit. But we said back then it's gonna be a month or 2 or 3 or 4, and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. You know what I mean? And that's what seems to be happening, man.
Yeah. I'm having a problem getting feed from animals. The normal feed I was getting is going up so much. Like, it's going up 3 times its price it used to be. Plus my monthly gas bill is going up and my monthly grocery bill feeding my family is going up. So I had to find ways to feed my animals to where I could keep it in the budget. And it's getting tricky, man. It's getting tricky. There's this feed that Dollar General sells for, you get like I think it's a 10-pound bag for $5. So every month I go to, there's like 5 or 6 Dollar Generals I hit up, and I buy every bag they have just so I can feed my freaking animals.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I read Rip Curl put you put it on your community post, and he was talking about trying to find 8 sheets of plywood. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but you should go check it out, man. They want to charge them like $60 a sheet. And then he said he said he couldn't even buy it at that because they didn't have none that they could sell him. So at that price, he's having a hard time finding it. And it's like, what? $60 a sheet of plywood?
God, man. I you know what, like building materials and stuff, like that's something I just use around the farm all the time, like wood and stuff. And I try to keep a little stock going, man, but it's so expensive. And that's one thing this Christmas, like my loved ones would ask me, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, man, get me a roll of fencing, get me a piece of plywood. I got a piece of plywood out there, like a brand new, like the 3/4 inch deal. It was a nice. I bet it was $60.
Yeah,
but I got it in case I need it. I was like, some 2x6s. Everyone's like, what? Please get me this stuff. I need it, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
That's what I want for Christmas,
Right. No doubt, man. And people thought that it was going to go back down. Oh, well, the wood thing will go back down. Like, now, here we are, how many months later, and it's still just enormous prices, man.
Yeah, man.
I feel blessed though, man, because when the 2020 hit, we had just moved into this house, and we're renters. We rent. So, a lot of people got in big trouble with rent and shit when 2020 hit, but we were blessed enough to have our, we preppers, man. So we prep money too. So we ended up, we paid our rent every month like a week before it was due. Because we were always thinking, man, if shit gets really bad, you definitely have to have a roof over your house, a roof over your head.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just signed a 3-year extension on the rent here. We'll have a place to live for the next 3 years. It's signed and contracted out. We good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll get all my kids graduated, and then we're gonna make our move. You know what I mean?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Smart thinking,
man. Yeah, man.
But the prepping, man, like I still can't not buy big bags of rice and stuff. I got so much rice prepped. But it's like you said, there's going to come a point to where I think we're just not going to be able to. It's not going to be safe, or there's not going to be any. So you got to prep while we can, That's the way I look at it.
Or you're only going to be able to buy like 1 pound of it at a time or some shit.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on that. When are they going to start telling us you can't buy this much? You can only get this much. Like the 20-pound bags of rice that they sell at Walmart. When are we going to go there and ain't going to be none? There just ain't going to be none on the shelves. Like you said, it's going to be 1 pound bags. And they ain't going to let you buy 20 of them.
And you know, people will complain saying fear mongering and all that shit, right? People, you know, especially in the prepping community, they jump on us. Oh, you're pushing fear. No, I'm telling you, it's one thing to have New York preppers stay on top of the Ukraine Russian thing. It's one thing to have Native Voice stay on top of but it's another thing when every single news station is talking about it. The president is doing talks about it. It's all this, and they're not talking like it ain't gonna happen. I'm watching UK shit. I mean, seriously, man, we in some shit, man. The shit's gonna go. I think, in my opinion, the shit's gonna go down, man. If you ain't prepping now, I'm serious, man. You go get, and I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people in the chat. Anybody who might watch this, go get you some fucking food. Like this week, go out there and get you whatever you can, and keep getting it, because it may be a month from now, it may be 2 days from now. This shit ain't going nowhere. We are too far deep into the bullshit for shit to just go back to regular shit, man.
Exactly, man. You hit the nail on the head this morning. I mean, you can feel it, man. If you've been prepping for any amount of time and you just tune into these types of things, like what Tribe was just talking about, you feel it. Like when you're out, like when I'm out, man, I want to spend money on prepping stuff, you know, or materials we may need or something like we were talking about, man, or finding new ways to get what we need, man. Like the feed, animal feed was blowing my mind. It was getting expensive and I was running out of feed by the end of the month. I had to open up 2 buckets. I had to open up a bucket of beans and a bucket of grits and mix it in with my big feed bucket just to start stretching out my food for my animals.
Wow.
I mean, that's crazy.
Man, have you ever thought about like maybe asking your neighbors or even like local food eateries to like save their scraps and shit for you?
No, I hadn't. That's a good idea.
You know what I mean? And just go by there once every 2-3 days. It probably saved them money on trash, and it would feed their animals. I don't know. It's just a guess. Man, probably have to watch what they put in it.
Man, those animals out there will eat anything you put in there. Like my hogs, they get a 5-gallon bucket of scraps every day of like my slop bucket, and they get 2 scoops of their feed. But man, they tear up that slop. They look forward to it because I use warm water to make it, man, in the mornings. Sometimes they just go in there and just put their snout in there and just play in the warm water.
Yeah.
Freaking pigs. My sow's pregnant again, man.
Damn.
I know, right? I got 5 pigs, and my sow's pregnant again. She could have 10 babies. Oh, she does.
Holy shit. Hey, man, keep it going.
Yeah, man. This spring, I'll be able to start putting my own pork in the freezer from my own farm. That's going to be a different level of prepping. I've never done that before, like sustainably.
And now you can even can the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, we just got potatoes, carrots, onions. We got some roasts, so we can can some roasts and roast beef or whatever the hell it is, where you put everything together. And then we're gonna do the rest of the potatoes and carrots and stuff, man. I ain't playing, man.
Man. No doubt. Absolutely. Yep. Thank God for Ghost and the Cannibals for teaching us how to do this.
Yes. Salute you, Ghost.
Yeah.
And the Cannibals.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to see who takes over the Cannon show, man. Ghost is going on hiatus.
Yeah, he taking a little break or something, ain't
he? Yeah, I hadn't talked to him, but I don't blame him, man. It's it can be stressful doing this YouTube thing constantly. Anyway, we've gone an hour, man. I gotta go out and get ready, but appreciate you hanging out.
Press 1.
Yeah, press 1. Press 1 if y'all want to see more surprises at the end of the reload for those who hang in and stay with us. All y'all die-hard reload watchers.
Hell yeah.
I tell you what, the reload replay gang, it's gonna blow their mind when they watch this later on. They're like, oh shit.
Gia. Hey man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you for coming on, man. This was a nice treat, brother. Me and you hadn't chilled on a live in a while.
Yeah, man. We gotta get together and do something, man. We'll get together and do something, man. Talk about some serious shit.
Absolutely, man. We'll do it. Y'all have a good day, man. We'll see y'all out there. Appreciate y'all hanging in to the end.